Let us see the next topic. Consistency of a system of linear equations. Let us see what is the consistency. Let us see what is consistency of a system of linear equations. Suppose you have system of linear equations. Let us write the coefficient matrix first. Let us write the coefficient matrix. How do we write the coefficient matrix? Collect the coefficients of all the variables in the first equation and write in first row. Write in first row. Then collect the all coefficients of the variables and write in second row, and so on and so on. We'll write all the coefficients and form a matrix. So this is called as the coefficient matrix of the given system of equations. Now this is a column matrix which contains all the unknowns, all the variables x1, x2 and so on. All the variables we collect and we form a unknown matrix called as a column matrix. And matrix B is a constant matrix, that is we collect all the constant terms here and we form a matrix B as a column matrix. Now we have A is to B, that is augmented matrix. We call this as augmented matrix. How we got this? We combine these two matrices. So you can see we have first row of this matrix here, first row. Along with that we write this constant element here. Similarly we take second row with second constant element and so on. We repeat the process. We get augmented matrix. Now what we have? The system of equations represented by the matrix equation Ax is equal to B. This system is nothing but A into X is equal to B. Matrix representation of this system is this. Is consistent. That means this system of equations is consistent if rank of the matrix A must be same as rank of the matrix A is to B, augmented matrix. If the ranks are same for these two matrices, then we say it is consistent. The matrix, the system of equations is consistent. We have two types of solutions. Unique solution. When we say a system of equations has unique solution, if row of A, rank of A is equal to rank of the augmented matrix, say it is R, which is equal to R. If this R is same as the number of unknowns, if R, the rank of these two matrices, is same as the number of unknowns, n being this number of unknowns, if this is happening, then we say the system of equations has unique solution. The system of equations has unique solutions. Okay. Now infinite solution. Let us see what is infinite solution. Rank of A must be same as rank of A is to B. Here also we have that. But whatever rank you get here, that will be less than the number of unknowns. Less than the number of unknowns. If the rank is equal to number of unknowns in the system of equations, then it has unique solution. The system has unique solution. If rank is less than the number of unknowns, the system has infinitely many solutions. In this case, n minus r, if you subtract n minus r unknowns, can take arbitrary values. N minus r unknowns can take arbitrary values. That's why we say it has infinite solutions. Obviously, rank, if the ranks are not same, if the rank of A is not equal to rank of A is to B, implies that the system is inconsistent. The system is inconsistent if the ranks are not equal. Does not possess a solution. If these two are not same, it does not possess a solution. And let's see the working procedure. First step, we first form the augmented matrix. A is to B, and we can clearly identify the portion of the coefficient matrix A in it. We can identify what is the matrix A. Then step 2, we reduce this matrix to echelon form by elementary row transformations. This will enable us to immediately write down the rank of A and also the rank of A is to B. Once we find the rank of A and the rank of this, we compare the ranks. With the result, we can decide the consistency aspect of the equations. If these two are equal, then the system is consistent. The echelon form after reducing it to echelon form, then what is the third step? The echelon form of this augmented matrix is converted back to the equation form, and the solution will emerge easily. We convert this echelon form back into system of equations, then we find the solution. So this is the working procedure we saw. Now let us apply all these steps in the problem. What is the question? Test for consistency and solve. First we need to check whether the following system of 3 equations is consistent or not. Then we solve. First step. What is the first step? Write the augmented matrix. How do we write the augmented matrix? We collect the coefficients of first equation. What are the coefficients? 1, 1 and 1. So we write 1, 1, 1 here is to 6. We write is to 6 here. Then collect the coefficients of second equation. 1 here minus 1. We have minus 1 and plus 2. So we write 1 minus 1 plus 2. Take the coefficients of third equation here and here we write e is to 5, and here we write e is to 8. So this is our augmented matrix. This is our augmented matrix. Now what we do is we reduce this matrix. We reduce this matrix to echelon form. We reduce this matrix to echelon form. Let us reduce now. How do we reduce? First non-zero entry is 1 already. Now let us make these two elements 0. Let us make these two elements 0. With the help of this 1, we know how to make that these two elements 0. R2 changes to yes, R2 minus R1 we can do. R2 minus R1, R2 minus R1, and R3 changes to R3 minus 3 times R1. R3 minus 3 times R3 minus 3 times R1. Now let us apply this. If you apply these two operations on these two rows, you will get these two new rows. Yeah, we have first non-zero leading entry as 1, and below that we made two elements 0. Then in the second row, first non-zero leading entry is -2, which lies right of this one. Yes, fine. Then what is our next aim? Make this element as 0. Make this element as 0. How can we make this element as 0? R3 changes to R3 minus R2. If you do R3 minus R2, what happens? -2 minus of -2. This becomes -2 plus 2. Gets cancelled. So this element lies in R3 minus this element lies in R2. So what we do? R3 changes to R3 minus R2 will give you this element 0. So let us apply this operation to all the elements of R3. If you apply, you will get this. Yes, we have the first non-zero leading entry here. Below that we got 0. Now if you come for third row, first non-zero leading entry is here. Below that we don't have any element. So this is the end. We cannot do anything now. This is the end. So we have found the echelon form of this augmented matrix. This is the echelon form of this augmented matrix. Now let us identify what are the ranks. What is the rank of this portion A? How many non-zero rows are there? 1, 2. Yes, this is also non-zero because we have -3. So we have 3 non-zero rows. So rank of A is 3. When you look at the complete portion, full portion, the augmented matrix, again how many non-zero rows? 1, 2, then again the third row is also. So here number of non-zero rows are again 3. So rank of A is to B is also 3. Now you can observe ranks are same. So therefore this matrix, this system of equations is consistent. Therefore R is equal to 3 here and N is equal to 3. R is equal to 3 and N is equal to 3. What is N means? Number of variables, number of unknowns. See, what are the unknowns? X, Y, Z. So totally 3 unknowns are there. That's why, which is nothing but our N. So you can observe rank of A is equal to rank of A is to B, which is equal to n, which is equal to n. So therefore we are having this condition. This condition holds true. That is, rank of A is equal to rank of A is to B, which is equal to number of unknowns. Therefore the given system of equations is consistent. Okay, and will have unique solution. Will have unique solution. Now let us find the solution. Let us find the solution. Now echelon form of A is to B can be written as. Now we are going to convert this back in terms of equations. In terms of equations. Let us convert this in terms of equations. Let us see how do we convert. Here, this is the coefficient of x, this is the coefficient of y, this is the coefficient of z. So how do we write? 1x plus 1y plus 1z. See here, 1x plus 1y plus 1z is equal to 6. So first equation we wrote. Now here, this is the coefficient of x, y, z. 0x, no need to write. 0x minus 2y plus z is equal to minus 1. See, we have written. Now here again, this is the coefficient of x, coefficient of y, coefficient of z. How do we write? 0x, 0y we have not written. Minus 3z is equal to minus 9. Now if you simplify this equation, we can find the value of z. Let us find the value of z. So from equation number 3, z is equal to 3. Why? Because z is equal to minus 9 by minus 3. Minus minus gets cancelled. 3 ones are 3 3s are. So that's why we have written z is equal to 3. Now let us take this value of z in this place, so that you can find out the value of y. Let us take now equation number 2 implies, what it implies? Minus 2y plus 3, because z is 3. So we have put in the place of z 3 is equal to minus 1. Now if you simplify this for y, you will get the value of y as so therefore take this 3 to the other side, you will get minus 3. Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Therefore minus 2y is equal to minus 4. So what is y? Y is equal to minus minus gets cancelled. So y is equal to 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos I will get. So y is equal to 2 you will get. Now what we do? We take the value of z and the value of y in the first equation. In these places, so that we can find the value of x. Now equation number 1 implies, in the place of y I have taken 2, in the place of z I have taken 3 is equal to 6. So 2 plus 3 is 5. If you take this 5 to the RHS, you will get minus 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. See, we got all the values of x, y, z. X is 1, y is 2, z is 3. Is the unique solution we have. Is the unique solution we got.